Leagues are more than the athletes. They're large employers whose return can help the economy.
For us, it's about how do we support this industry so that people can return to work. And there are real jobs at stake here.
The NBA continues to insist its testing program in Orlando will not result in testing capacity being diverted from the community. Asked why, a league representative said the tests were brought in for their restart. The tests wouldn't have been in the community if the NBA weren't there. Still, the NBA and MLS appear sensitive to the criticism. Next week, the NBA is launching a mobile testing site and hosting a drive-through testing event for the public. MLS is working with BioReference to provide antibody testing for the Orlando community. Tom Goldman, NPR News.
David Makes Man, the Peabody Award-winning drama on the cable channel OWN, debuts today on HBO Max. And the BET comedy 20s is now on Showtime's streaming service. NPR TV critic Eric Deggans says these two Black-centered shows, once under the radar, may find a wider audience.
One of the best things about today's re-examination of diversity and inclusion in Hollywood is the way some shows centered on Black life are getting a second look. Consider David Makes Man, a creatively ambitious drama from Terrell Alvin McCraney, whose play inspired the Oscar-winning 2016 film Moonlight. McCraney's TV series centers on 14-year-old David, a young black man in a Miami housing project trying to achieve in school and help his single mom keep an eye on his boisterous younger brother, who he's taking to visit his grandfather.
How many buses we gotta take?
You already know. 3 buses and a train. Stop acting like we... If you gonna complain, tell your granddaddy to come pick you up.
We take him to school and I stay.
Never on time.
At least he tried.
David faces a lot of pressure, ratcheted up by others who often fail to help, hobbled by their own pressures. When a tough kid from David's housing project tries to pressure him into joining his drug operation, they both bond for a minute over the death of David's mentor, Sky, who was also the tough kid's dad.
I know Sky took you on his wing, tried to play daddy, but I bet you ain't never seen that side of him. That kind of mad he only reserved for me. Him being gone it's never your fault. But you still feel regret.
David Makes Man was a show critics like me loved, but it was a little different than the melodramas which often fill OWN's schedule. A win at the Peabody Awards helped raise its visibility, but a deal to get it on HBO Max will broaden its audience, just as people seek insightful TV shows depicting Black life. David is forced to wear different masks depending on where he is. At the magnet school he attends, he's smart and jokey. In the housing project, he's quieter and more careful. And there are moments of magical realism where David speaks to his mentor, Sky, relating how he started a fight in class. Sky speaks first.
You saw red. You thought somebody close to you was trying to stand in your way. Sometimes you gotta hit him.
I didn't hit him. I made him hit me.
That's better?
No, they got me seeing the school psychologist.
Well, get her to see that you wanted a good one. Get her to see that you accept it.
The Comedy 20s is another show that's reaching new audiences after debuting on BET. It's included on Showtime's streaming service, created by Lena Waithe and centered on 3 black women trying to make their way in Hollywood, including a studio executive who must compete against the black woman for promotion.
I just don't want the only two black big men in the studio trying to kill each other over information. Not what the ancestors would have wanted.
No, I did the 23 thing. Turns out half my ancestors were feuding tribes, the others were house Negroes.
Well, we both know what side you took up.
May the best man win.
That's sexist.
You know what I mean.
20s often feels like Insecure meets Bamboozled, as the characters, including Hattie, a queer black girl that seems like an avatar for Waithe, navigate everyday life in Los Angeles and the peculiar racism of Hollywood. The elevation of high-quality, black-centered series like David Makes Man and 20s must be part of this new cultural reckoning, because when black lives truly do matter, great TV shows that examine black lives will matter too. I'm Eric Deggans.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't.
Now's the time to go.
For a month or so, Earth and Mars line up in a way that makes it possible to go from one to the other. Miss that window, and you have to wait 2 years for the next opportunity. The United Arab Emirates is scheduled to launch a probe to Mars next week, as is China. NASA's six-wheeled rover is scheduled for liftoff at the end of the month. Its main objective is to look for evidence of life that might be preserved in the rocks at the landing site. But before it leaves Earth, the space agency wanted to give the mission a catchy new name, as NPR's Joe Powell.
NASA likes to name its rover missions. So far, we've had Pathfinder, Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity. Until recently, the latest rover was known simply as Mars 2020. So NASA asked K-12 students to propose names. The winning essay came from a 7th grade student. Essay read as part, we as humans evolved as species with learning to adapt to any situation. We're a species of explorers, and we use new techniques.
I was in the night. That's why I say perseverance as the name of
So goodbye, Mark. Hello, Perseverance is headed to Desert Crater. Katie Stack Morgan is Deputy Project Scientist. She says other rover missions have seen signals of carbon that could have been left behind by microbial life.
But we haven't been able to necessarily link the presence of that carbon to particular textures or patterns that we see in the rock that we think could have been left behind by life.
Now, even if Perseverance detects carbon and sees a pattern or texture that could have been left behind by life, saying there once was life on Mars would be an extraordinary claim, and extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
Very likely, we'll have to return those samples to Earth to make that definitive conclusion about whether these samples contain life in them.
Happily, that's just what Perseverance is designed to do. It won't actually return the samples, but it will collect rock samples, put them in containers, and seal the containers so a future mission can return them to Earth. Matthew Wallace is the rover's deputy project manager.
Our sampling system was particularly challenging in that we also had to keep it very, very clean. In fact, this is probably the cleanest system that we've ever launched to Mars. And the reason we needed to do that is that the science community is looking for trace signatures from billions of years ago, trace chemical signatures. And we don't want to confuse the search for those ancient signs of life with terrestrial contamination that took with us to Mars and then, of course, brought back.
If they're brought back, under the best case scenario, the samples will return to Earth in 2031, and a lot could happen between now and then. Still, the prospect of returning a bit of Mars to Earth is exciting, and at a recent NASA news conference, Jim Bridenstine said he definitely was excited about that.
But I'll tell you, the thing that has me the most excited as the NASA administrator is getting ready to watch a helicopter fly on another world.
Yes, you heard right. Perseverance is carrying a small